Hello, hello. Come on in. Excuse my voice. I am still a little bit under the weather, but excuse me, I missed you guys and apparently have missed a lot of stuff past couple days. I don't know what I caught, but after I got off the last live, I had a horrible headache. I went to bed. I woke up the next day. I have had a pounding headache for the last couple days and just yucky stomach and I don't and tons of sinus. I don't know if it's allergies or what, but it is not fun. But like I said, I miss talking to everybody and I apparently have missed a lot of stuff. So I've got some stuff loaded up to go over. I'm not going to be on super late tonight because I'm still not feeling that great, but so yeah. So first, elephant in the room. I've been just laying in bed looking at X and looking at what YouTube, and I saw that JLR had said that he was upset that he didn't have any money. Nobody was really interested in handing out flyers, and he was going to go to the border and hand out flyers. That was supposed to be, I thought, yesterday, and then it turned into today. And then he came on and said that he was going to be live at 1:00 Arizona time, and then didn't end up going live until like 3 or 4 hours later. He was just MIA the whole time. Said that he had to put a police report on this guy that on X that has claimed that a JLR has allegedly called his job, found out who he was, doxed him. Hi, Cooking with Kellen. Welcome. And so he was filing reports about that. Well, now, from what I understand, and tell me if I'm wrong, if any of you have seen this, because like I said, I've been MIA the past couple days, but there was someone that called up and was threatening JLR on. That was when he was on national TV. I think it's funny, and he is saying that man is this guy, which I heard this. What is his name? Real Picasso Chad is his name, and he was actually on live on one of that girl Melly's streams. Hi, Jinta. I am a little bit under the weather still, but I'm starting to feel a little bit better. I'm really tired, and I took some Benadryl. So if Truth comes on tonight, I told her she's in charge of. If all of a sudden it goes silent, it's because I fell asleep and she's supposed to call me, wake me up so I can end the stream. But so this is what I found today on that, and apparently these are two different people. And he's using this guy that that was speaking out about him. He's trying to say that he was the man that called him and threatened him. But I heard both their voices. They're completely, well, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Doug. How you doing? Good to see you. And I heard him speak. It's not the same person at all, not even close. But this is what he says. So let me get my big old head out of here. Oops. There we go. Okay. Move that up out of there. There we go. Okay.
Business folks, just want to let people know, remember that call I got the other day?
And by the way, Spanish News, he's on Twitter, but he's also on YouTube, I believe. I've seen him in other chats. So
from that wackadoodle that was making threats towards me. Well, remember that guy that called me? He's in big trouble. He's in big trouble. He's from Minnesota, and he's in trouble. He's in big trouble. That dude called me 35 times in the last 3 days, making a
sounds a little nervous.
Series of death threats, and authorities are on him now. And prosecutor, Martin County, Minnesota prosecutor, along with Jackson County, Minnesota, where he works, he's about to be arrested. So if he gets arrested, when he does, not if, but when, we'll share his mugshot and everything like that, and share who these people are. The dude, they document everything. So I had to go take care of some business on that aspect. Care of business, folks.
So that apparently took 3 or 4 hours to make a police report. And this is the thing about this. So he did the same thing when White Boy and Nerdy Addict were down around the corner on the main street doing their protest. Swore that he called the police and that he was putting charges up against them for harassment because he was in reasonably fear. Remember, reasonably fear. And then we found out, no, he calls everybody a wackadoodle. Hi, Truth. No, he calls everybody a wackadoodle. There was a guy that called in the other day and was threatening to hurt him. Telling him, meet him at, I thought he told him to meet him somewhere, but so he's also in an argument with this Real Picasso Chad. And Real Picasso Chad went on I believe it was that girl Melly's channel and did an interview, and he was talking about, I thought he was talking about him getting doxxed by him. Well, so now he is supposedly calling police. He said he made the report in Wisconsin, which I find weird. Usually you have to do it wherever you're at, because you have to be proof. I mean, anybody could call in and make a report against somebody, and they're not going to run off and, put a, hi ATS. They're not going to put an APB out for you just because some dude from another state called and said mean stuff to him on the phone, on the internet. I mean, it doesn't work that way. And we already found out, because Plunder FOIA'd all that stuff and found out that there was no calls, there was no report made, nothing that day. And so now, I don't believe him. Well, I don't believe him for many other reasons too, but this is just another, in my opinion, just ploy, just antics.
Just want to let people know, remember that call I got the other day from that wackadoodle that was making threats towards me? Well, remember that guy?
Yeah. And so me see.
I don't know if he got gas or was using the bathroom, but he ran inside, used the bathroom, and came back out, and then he left. I think he went back up to the sheriff's department.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So he. Okay. Okay. Now I get it. It's more about this call.
All he did was he stopped to. I don't know if he got gas or was using the bathroom, but he ran inside, used the bathroom, and came back out, and then he left. I think he went back up to the sheriff's department.
Now, this white boy, he was one of the ones that was protesting out in front of JLR's neighborhood because they cannot do it in front of someone's house. But they can go on a public street and do it.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So he. Okay. Okay. Now I get it. That's why he was saying meet me there.
Right.
I get it. Yeah, he's a joke, guys.
Oh, absolutely, Doug. Absolutely. I mean, the whole reasonably fear. Like, literally, did you Google that? Was it up on your screen and you read it when you were in reasonably fear? That doesn't even make sense. Like, that just. Oh,
It's on my Twitter if you want to hear it. That's funny. This is out of control. This guy, he's lost his mind. The downward spiral is happening, y'all. I mean, you can't make it up. I did not.
I think he's desperate. I think he's trying to do whatever he can to keep this support going. Oh, just wait, Truth. Just wait. I am angry. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to come live, because I'm angry at the crap that I have seen. And that's exactly it. Do you care? Or is this about staying away from getting served and making as much money as you can, allegedly, in my opinion, for any upcoming legal battles you may have?
Not plan on any of this happening on this live. I had no idea police. I had no idea he was going to go live. No idea he was going to join the chat. But it did all happen in real time, and I'm so glad that it did, man. It shows exactly what we've been saying. Man, I appreciate you coming on, bro. He is a piece of crap. I thank you so much. This is going to help Chad big time.
Absolutely, and that's the only reason why I came.
So this is the guy that actually threatened JLR, allegedly, on national TV, y'all.
Nothing to do that was to help Chad out. He's a good guy. He don't deserve what's happening to him with JLR. So if this can help him, I'm glad to do it. So I'm gonna get out of here. Get out of your hair, bro. Appreciate you for letting me up. You guys have a great afternoon.
You too. Thank you. I'm sorry for the beginning.
Nope.
Yeah. So exactly. And going low and putting people's private information out, because that's what he's known for. And let me see. This is Melly on Twitter. It's that one girl, Melly. Badass News, I follow them. Diva Adventures. So let me look for, because this, let me see if this is the right page. And I'm not going to be verified X because it costs money for absolutely nothing. Just letting anybody know that wants to get verified through X, it does nothing but cost you a bunch of money. Okay, so this is something.
The Tucson Police Department, and I'd like to take a moment to talk about an important update on how our officers communicate and patrol and what it means for you. On April 13th, Tucson Police will begin using advanced encryption on our police radios as part of our recently modernized communication system. This upgrade replaces outdated technology,
which means that no one can go and listen to the scanners anymore. They're going to be encrypted. Yeah. Yep, that was that white boy lockdown. He was the other one that was there with Nerdy out in Florida. They both live in Florida. So, but yeah, so all the radio is going to be encrypted, and the public won't be able to hear it anymore.
And brings us in line with current national public safety standards. So what does this mean for our community? At its core, this change is about protecting people. Everyday officers share sensitive information over the radio, things like victim locations and medical conditions, information regarding juveniles, and personal identifying details. In today's digital world, that information can easily be accessed and shared in real time across various types of apps, websites, and social media.
And so they're going to, well, and yeah, that's it. You know, yeah, you have to have an encrypted, you have to be on one of the encrypted radios, be able to have access to an encrypted channel. We had, now here, they completely took away, City of Flint completely took away, no one can get a subscription, nobody can do anything, it's completely encrypted. Only LE and certain clearance people, I love those emojis, Doug, can hear it, because, and it was exactly because of, it was a similar situation. It wasn't streamers, but it was a group of, they were calling themselves RLSH, and they were actually real life, their group was called Real Life Superheroes. Okay, now brace yourself. They would dress up like superheroes, like Superman, Batman, Marvel comic book characters, and they would go out and they would patrol the streets of Flint, Detroit, and Pontiac. But they ended up getting overzealous and actually ending up assaulting people, going a little bit over their rights, the whole citizens arrest rights, things like that. And they were following these calls on the radios. And so they ended up, exactly, Doug. And they ended up completely encrypting their whole system. So the only thing that we can get out of our county is we can get county fire, county EMS. I think we can get Flint City Fire, but that's it. So, once again, sadly, the running after police calls and all that stuff caused a policy to be put down. I mean, I don't know if it was necessarily them, but I'm trying to find, because I saw it earlier, that's the same video. Let me find this. Oh, that little Harmony, her mother. Oh, that case just about, that broke my heart. Okay, let me find it. Please tell me it's still up. Come on. Oh, so here's this. This was reposted from Nerdy Addict, originally from Badass News.
A bunch of compelling.
This is 10 Investigates, who got allegedly caught up with a bunch of people, got taken over the border to some scary party where they took his phone, they took his keys, he got wasted and was lost for a day. This is who's looking for Nancy, supposedly.
Well, Sue Ellen's getting served papers. I'm going to go figure out all the book club people. I want to talk to them. I have a whole address of things from the Faithful Servant. Sent me a bunch of compelling and really good information to start searching. So that's the plan. today? Well, Sue Ellen's getting served papers.
Yeah, so they're serving papers on Sue Ellen, on one of the neighbors. Oh, it is, Kim. I am so, like, I was angry when I'm reading all this. Let me see if I can find the... Oh, where is it? Yeah. This is who's out.
I also do freelance gynecology work. I do freelance mammograms for free. It's my way of giving back to the community. I drive my van around. Shout out from Mesa 480. What's up there?
I believe the title of this live was Live Search for Nancy Guthrie.
But I do a lot of freelance work because, music doesn't never pay the bills for me. So I retired in 2022, 2021.
This is what we're dealing with, Doug. That's what I'm saying. Literally booger eaters.
Ish. And now I just do freelance work. I'm really good. I'm good with the mammograms. I'm really good at it because I'm good at finding the lumps. I use my senses. I use might sound.
This is nice and respectful. This is exactly what you want in someone that you're relying on searching for someone that's missing, right?
Weird, you guys, but I do a lot of motorboating.
I bet Savannah loves that her mother's name is in the title of this live. But no, guys, let's take. We're serious. Take us seriously.
Motorboating because you get more scent. Like when you're doing a mammogram check, you really want to be up close and like blah, 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 blah. And I know that sounds weird, but it's.
It doesn't sound weird. It sounds absolutely disgusting, number one. Number two, absolutely disrespectful. Like, you guys, I am not a prude, okay? I love a good dirty joke. I love a good joke in general. I love to laugh. I have fun with my friends. But there's a time and a place. And if you were sitting on my back porch in the summer and we were having wine coolers and you said that, and it was just a regular day, I might get a little laugh out. You might get a laugh out of me. But you're literally talking about an 84-year-old woman who's gone missing, just vanished off the face of the earth, literally. Exactly, Doug. Exactly, ATS. It's disgusting. He's sitting out in front of her house in a giant sun hat. Oh, this right here, this Lynette Hooker, this is a case out of Michigan. This is messed up. And they actually are from where Driver is from. And what I thought he had the other video up here. He might not. There was a video of that Alex sitting out in front of Nancy's house playing rap music. Just sitting there smoking cigarettes, listening to rap music, complaining because, and this is the thing, you know what I've seen from Nerdy Addict? I mean, people have talked bad about him, but I have seen him going to these places, walking around. I mean, I don't know if that was his original intent, but that's what he's doing out there. This is not the beach. I was trying to find the video of when he got pulled over in his lawn chair. And he was giving attitude to the cop. And this is the thing. I know they've said that the memorial is going to be taken down. That looks so... Oh, homemade guacamole, by the way. Is there anything better? Oh. But... like I said, you're not at the beach. at some point, that neighborhood deserves some normalcy back. They deserve to have their life back. It is not their fault that this happened to Nancy Guthrie. And they shouldn't have to worry about weirdos walking around writing stupid AI music about themselves and blasting it. See, that's what I don't understand. I think that that's next. I think they're just going to start trespassing everybody out of there. The reason why he got away with it the other night was because he didn't have a car parked there. A little bit before that, 857 was parked on the side of the road, and he had gotten out to go look at the memorial. And all of a sudden, this undercover cop pulls up, was like, nope, had his lights going on. And he told him, no, anybody that stops as of today is getting ticketed. That's what they've told me to do, undercover. And they mean it. They do not want anyone parking. They don't want anyone dropping off anything more to the memorial. Nothing. And the HOA had a meeting the other night, and they are taking down the memorial because then it's become an eyesore and it's attracting too many people. And, you know, I get it. And that's the thing. At some point, it's day 69. And we can have 1,000 theories, all we want. But the fact of the matter is we still have absolutely no idea what's going on. And the more that we seem to learn, the more confusing and the more sus everything gets. I mean, you start to feel like you're being punked, you know? And then you add in all these characters. And it just blows my mind because they're not. What good are they doing? People aren't talking about Nancy Guthrie. They're talking about this circus that's going on. And will JLR go to jail? And will Alex be able to live another day on the side of the road? You know, I mean, and just what's 857 going to have for dinner tonight? You know, I mean, my God. Is it possible that Ellie needs the smoke to clear so the perps get comfortable and make a move? You know, that's something that I wondered if they do. I mean, if that makes sense, let everything calm down so everybody thinks that nothing's going on. I was sitting there and I was, my sleep schedule has been all off with this cold. And I was sitting there thinking last night and I remembered something. Do you guys remember the night that's a night that a lot of us met, actually? The night that everybody was going to Rio Rico. Okay? And everybody was we were on team 90 miles an hour down Highway 10 or whatever to Nogala, to Rio Rico. And the other half of the media went to the hospital. SWAT night, exactly. But do you guys remember that call? In the middle of all of that, there was such chaos, but there was a call. And it was an 84-year-old woman being medevaced in from Rio Rico. And then all of a sudden, yeah, they were coming in with a helicopter. But then we don't hear anything else about that. Press goes in. They talk to the sheriff's department. They talk to people in the hospital. They said, no, that didn't happen. The hospital can't tell them because of HIPAA. They said it wasn't Nancy. Exactly, Truth Warrior. What if it was? A lot of us think that a lot of the statements by the family have been weird. Okay? See, I'm kind of wondering myself, Kim. A lot of the statements have been weird coming from Savannah. Okay? Some of us have felt like, well, she is exhausted and looks drained. her statements don't necessarily match what she's showing physically. Does that make sense? That why hasn't there been this frantic search when there have literally been thousands of people that have offered, it's day 69, to go out, call Equifax, call the Cajun Navy. I don't care about liability. All the Equifax and Cajun Navy can sign waivers. They have paperwork. They do this for a living. They have connections, even deeper probably than the FBI, as far as the skill set, the team that they have that can look for people. And I wonder, now this is probably going to be a really unpopular statement, because I have thus far have not really been able to make any kind of decision, because I don't feel like anything that we've actually been given has been fact. Maybe a few. And I've said from the beginning, I feel punked. But, and this is just a what if, this is just a 2 a.m. thought theory. What if that was her? What if they do know? What if FBI knows what's going on? They wouldn't necessarily tell Pima County. They don't have to, number one. Number two, Pima County is the one that's had the leaks, right? That was supposedly the whole reason for Nanos making the 3-man team between himself and the 2 senior investigators, which, as we found out, had been there about 5 years. You know, I don't know. At 5 years, I was a pretty good hairdresser and nail tech, you know? But that's what I wonder. And do you remember also when Sheriff Nanos came out and cleared the family? So they took lie detector tests. Everybody passed them with flying colors. Family's been cleared. And the FBI said no one's cleared until this is solved. Right? And we never heard anything about lie detector tests from the FBI. Exactly, Truth Warrior. And I hate that I'm saying this, because today, now, JLR is getting on this bandwagon. And I swear to you, the only reason I think that he is because I think that he's trying to find a different angle to stretch this out longer. Allegedly, in my opinion. But exactly. What if there is a familiar connection? And this is how they're going to catch them. You know, I got in, not arguments, but pretty heated discussions with Molly about her. You know, she'd say, maybe she's sitting somewhere. You don't know. Maybe she is. Exactly. He does not want it to end, because when he ends, the money ends. And what other story is there that's going to get you this? Isn't that sad that that's what it comes down to for some people? It was just, like I said, a 2 a.m. thought. What if? Exactly, ATS. Exactly. He is. I'm surprised. That's another thing. I cannot remember who posted it, but I read it on Twitter today. Now, again, this is just somebody posting this on a comment on another post, but they said that they are from Chelan County, Washington, and that they know for a fact that there are charges pending, that there is a warrant, and they are trying And they are thinking about making it an extraditable warrant at this point. Now, again, I haven't seen any paperwork, and you know me. Marissa said last night, I'm like Rain Man. I'm like analytical. I am. I have to have proof before I will add something into my equation. But I think that this is a lot more serious than a lot of people think. And Washington is very strict on their laws when it comes to DV. And I think he's smart enough not to go into Washington, but yeah. Or if he tried to cross the border somewhere. Which makes me wonder, 2 days in a row, he's talked about going to the border and handing out flyers, yet it hasn't happened. Yeah, I won't touch Naomi with a 10-foot pole. No disrespect to anybody, but I think Marissa said that in one of her lives, and I said, no, that is sad to me. That woman is very sick, and she doesn't need to be in the middle of all of this. And yeah, no, I really feel bad for her. And I think she was a victim also. And I hope that wherever she is now, that she is safe and she is okay, because, that's something, being an autism mom. Mental illnesses and mental disorders are... Okay, my other theory about that is I kind of wonder, because I was watching Interview Room last night and they were going over Sheriff Nano's stuff. And he said in one of his press conferences something about we're working with ICE, and they said, what does that have to do with anything? And this is something I've wondered too. Is Nanos using this investigation as a tool to get arrest warrants for people that he's looking at for other things? Does that make sense? Like this Luke guy. Well, Kayla was already arrested before with Luke. And so my thought was, did they maybe not have enough on Luke to arrest him, to get him back in there for whatever they were trying to get him for? And so this was a way, because Nanos is known for not being honest. He's not an honest person. To kind of weave them into this, or at least Luke, and be able to arrest him. Carlos was supposedly because of digital fingerprints, because of him being a delivery driver in that area during the week. But we haven't seen anything that's really like hard proof that Luke and his mom, that Luke is not just a spoiled mama's boy whose his mom made excuses for him his whole life, and he's a total freaking wreck now, rug trafficker, and that's it. They can smudge those facts a little bit, get a judge to sign it, and boom, they go in, and now they've got extra stuff because they wanted to break into that bedroom. And they were looking for digital stuff, and they were looking for, because that also can prove things in a case against him for trafficking. They say, we were going in here about looking for evidence for Nancy Guthrie, but look at what we found. Then they can use it against him. I watch a lot of cop shows. See, I just need to. It was just a thought early on that it seemed like some of these arrests were just kind of willy-nilly. And were they doing it? And yeah, Luke's mom is scary. Yeah, she is. There's something not, that elevator doesn't go all the way to the top floor, I'm thinking, and when she said, well, this is the thing. So you see his record, okay? And when they said that, I didn't know what the police were there for. No, I had no idea it would be about Luke. Oh, baloney. If your kid's got a record like that, the minute you get that boom, boom, boom on your front door, you're like, Luke, what did you do? Okay? I mean, come on. And I don't know. And his lawyer seems to think that he has a really, really good case against Pima County. And I don't trust Nanos as far as I can throw him. And he looks pretty stocky, so I bet it's not that far, I mean, this is just wild to me. So now, when he said that about Nancy Guthrie case and how he knew about it before it was super strange to me, that'll never settle right with me. Yeah, that was weird. But you know what? Being in the world that he's in, who knows if he doesn't, maybe he's not involved, but maybe he knows who it was. Maybe he knows who it was. They're all connected somehow, usually, right? Maybe he was the dealer to the guy that did it. He had to get spun out before he went over there. And that's why he tried to take the camera off with the plant. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. My head has just been spinning. But yeah, I remembered that. No, it wasn't her. But isn't it weird? Isn't it weird? I still have to read about him. I saw that email, and then I wasn't feeling well that night, so I will try to read it tomorrow. I have had I think it's allergies, because it's like one of those headaches that it's my entire head, but it gets really bad, like behind my eyes. I got new glasses that have the blue blocker on them, so I thought maybe that'll help. But see, that's something else. He very easily could have been hired to do this. Because that was somebody working around there. And that's what I don't think so. I think it's just really packed in there. If my nose and stuff doesn't get better by Monday, then I'm just gonna go in and get one of those Z packs. But I'm trying all my homeopathic. I took 2 Benadryl. Before you got in here, I was laughing. I said, I texted Truth before I got on, and I'm like, listen, I just took 2 Benadryl. So if I go silent, all of a sudden you're in charge of calling me and waking me up so that I don't just sit on here snoring away the rest of the night. But I think it's warming up and cooling down. And all the little spring bulb flowers are coming out, and I am highly allergic to those. And going in both grocery stores, because we have a grocery store each end of town, when I walk in at both of them, they have these little tables with the little pots that have the tulips and the with the daffodils, and what are the purple ones? I love them. They're my favorite, but I those are the worst. Oh, I can't remember what they're called. But exactly. I'll be drooling all over the place. Ugh. Well, that's just I'm good with the flowers that I plant in the summer, but for whatever, the spring flowers just completely whoop on me. And Yeah, because at my old house, I had all along the one side where all of our windows were, I had these is it not hydrangea? I can't remember what they're called, but they're purple, and they look like I think they have them in purple and white, and they look like little, almost like bunches of grapes. And I had those all along the side of my house where like my living room window and my bedroom window were. And finally figured out that that's what I was allergic to. And I dug them all up and I was fine. It was from opening up the windows and letting that all come in. So I had to get rid of all my pretty purple flowers. But that's okay. I replaced it with lavender. And so I still got, no, it's not the myrtles. It's not delphiniums. Oh my gosh, I'm going to wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning and remember what this is. That's what, because that always seems to happen to me. But, man, yeah, I need to like make sure I got a towel in case I drool on my keyboard. Purple's my favorite color too. Color twins. Yeah, no, that is my favorite color. Well, so this is all the drama that's going on with this case, and it makes me really sad. I feel like it's put a stain on this case, and I'm mad. It's ridiculous. But I do care what happens to this lady. Oh my gosh, yes. I'm a Vikings fan, and that's why, because they're purple. And our old neighbors were Green Bay. It got rough around our neighborhood during football season, let me tell you. Well, that's it. And it's becoming all about this. It's making a lot of people question what is real. We already knew we were getting fed a line of bull, right? But now I'm in Michigan. They were from Wisconsin originally. I am a diehard U of M fan. And this is almost unheard of. I am half Buckeye on my father's side. So I had to root for the Buckeyes. I had to root for the Cincinnati Reds. And so you're over the lake from me, yeah. But it's put a stain on it. It's hard to know now. It's some of the stuff that we thought was fact that was put out by reliable sources now. Is that because of him? Now this is something that I found interesting last night. And I am going to go through this because that's another thing that we've been talking about is that Letecia Stauch. And nope, they're not lilacs. I love lilacs. In fact, I'm gonna plant some Miss Kim lilacs around the side of my house this year. They're miniature lilacs and they have a different smell, but they're so pretty. And they bloom twice, once in the spring and once in the fall. The fall blooms though don't have any scent. But what this is the arrest affidavit for Letecia Stauch. I've been pronouncing it like that because that's what the news are pronouncing it. But I noticed the other day when I was listening to the father's statement, he pronounces it Stauch. And I cannot wait, Kim. I cannot wait. Nope, it's not hydrangeas. I love hydrangeas too. I know I cannot wait. We'll have to compare flowers this summer. And I want to read through all of this because, like I said, this is all going to start coming up with her request for a retrial. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming up with her, and I want to I want to refresh myself, and I know some of you guys do too. So if we're going to watch this, because I want to watch this, I want her to be convicted again. And but one of the things I was watching Interview Room last night, and I was kind of in and out. But one of the things that I did hear him talk about was the similarity between, and this is okay. So this is segues into my 2 a.m. thought of what if they know? What if that was Nancy? What if this is an inside job? And it doesn't even have to be family. It could be a friend. It could be someone in the community. I mean, but something a lot closer than cartel or whatever else, and apparently in the case, which I did not remember at all, but again, it's been a couple years, there were ransom notes that were sent in claiming to know where Gannon was, and they requested Bitcoin. And when it was vetted out finally, it was found that it was some foreign entity that was trying to get money off of this case. And in the end, we find out it's the stepmother. The person that was sitting there telling police how upset she was, how sad she was. She blamed her daughter. She did all of this stuff. So maybe these ransom notes are not related. And in those notes, it was said that they did know personal stuff about. And this is 32 pages long, so I'm not going to make you listen to it tonight. I will find the spot that it's at, which page it's in. But it is stated in this that there were ransom notes and that they were found to be from foreign entities. And so did someone read this case? Did someone follow this case and know this? You ever thought about that? Is it somebody that's in the true crime world that thinks that they knew how to do this right but didn't quite have it right? Did somebody send those notes for attention or for money or for whatever, or to keep the story going? And two things are happening at once. I have no idea what you're talking about. AI crew. But so I am going to be going over that next week. I still have, like I said, those videos of Letecia, some things that some of us probably forgot. So again, I will read through that. And we can get caught back up on that. But I thought that was interesting. And that's just it. Like, I know they said, it went through like a third-party system or whatever. It was more of like a tip line. But like I said, and I don't know how everybody's set up on websites, but like with my website, on the contact us thing, when someone sends it, even though it's going through a tip line, like not a tip line, like a contact me line, it still uses your email to send that to my email. So why can't they trace it? Or have they traced it and they know it's bunk, but keeping that narrative going is keeping whoever actually did this from thinking that they're on his trail or her. See, that's something that's questionable. Nobody ever really knew. It was a thought, but I think it was more just because, a lot of us know, you buy a house, It needs repairs. It needs these things. It needs that. It needs this. It needs that. And my mom was a teacher. And I don't know about the school system out there, but we were not rich. She was a single mom. That was the only income in the house. And she's a poet and taught that ocular writing, I think it was called, which I have no idea what that is. I have to Google that. But what wasn't a kidnapping book, it was a story in like her memoirs about a cousin that would make up a kidnapping story and would come to their house in the middle of the night, steal them away, and take them to a cabin up north. And then they would call her mother that next morning and tell her mother, this fake story. And her mother would say, oh, how worried she was, how worried she was. But that they really knew that it wasn't real. This was already pre-planned. And I thought that was weird too. Just an odd story to tell, Cousin Terry, I think was the name. And yeah, I don't know, just an odd story. Maybe she's just an odd person. I mean, I don't know, but if it was thought there was somebody close to you that may have done this, and she is on TV all the time, and she knows how to compartmentalize and be, smiles, even though maybe she's the only one that knows. Maybe that's the reason for the behavior that we all are finding just a little bit off. And who knows, maybe that's just how she handles grief. I mean, I don't know. But something's weird, and I can't put my finger on it. But this is a couple from Michigan, from Kent County, which is over by Grand Rapids. It's over on the Lake Michigan side of Michigan. And this couple was on a vacation in the Bahamas, and they were out on like a dinghy boat, and seas got rough, and according to the husband, she fell off the boat, got swept up in the water. He wasn't able to get her, and she hasn't been found. And now he was arrested. Now get this, tell me this is not karma, because he was arrested in connection with this, under suspicion. And while they were taking him back, they were on a boat. He was handcuffed, and he fell off of that boat and almost drowned because he was handcuffed, and they jumped in and saved him. So I thought that was a little ironic. Yeah, I didn't watch her either. I never watched the Today Show. I'm usually in the morning, I'm catching up on my Real Housewives and my Below Deck. And then I try to catch up on the YouTube stuff. And then my little guy wakes up and it's kid shows the rest of the day. So, I'll read this. We'll do this whole podcast. But Kentwood, Michigan. A Michigan man who is being detained in connection with his wife's disappearance in the Bahamas over the weekend has been accused of violence in the past. Lynette Hooker went missing Saturday after her husband Brian Hooker told their authorities she fell overboard sometime around 7:30 p.m. on April 4th. The Royal Bahamas Police Department said they arrested a 59-year-old man from the U.S. Authorities said that the man was taken into custody for questioning. They confirmed to ABC News that the man in custody was Brian Hooker. He has not been charged. The couple lived in Kentwood, Michigan for years. 13 on Your Side filed a FOIA request with the Kentwood Police Department and obtained almost 40 pages of police documents dating back to 2005. These documents detail an incident that occurred on November 8, 2005, where Brian Hooker is alleged to have placed both hands around the neck of his daughter and yoked her. One of the other children who witnessed it told police that Hooker had his daughter up against the wall with her feet off the ground, while yoking her, reportedly repeating, "Say yes, sir, young lady." The child told police that once she said that, he dropped her. Interviews after the incident said that it stemmed from an argument over homework. The child's mother and stepfather took the child to a doctor, and the physician concluded she suffered a neck strain. Ugh.
We begin tonight with the latest in the case of a Michigan woman missing in the Bahamas and the arrest of her husband, Brian Hooker. His attorney says he's still in custody as police are deciding whether or not to charge him. We're learning more about Brian and Lynette Hooker's history from family members. 13 on Your Side's Nick Nelson spoke with Brian Hooker's stepmother this evening. Nick, what did she tell you?
He was also given, police took photos of the child's neck. Hooker was arrested on a charge of 4th degree CA at the time. He was also given a no contact order for his children. The police documents had an email that Brian Hooker reportedly sent to his ex-wife and her husband sharing his side of what happened. "The kids and I had a rough time tonight." Redacted science book was cause for a discussion tonight. "And I had a spirited argument tonight and screamed that I was a bastard or something else and tried to run from the room," Brian said in the email. "Much shouting occurred as I dragged her back to the table to discuss." A Kent County jury later acquitted him. Another Kentwood Police Department report obtained 13 on Your Side detailed Lynette's claim that Brian yoked her in 2015. He was never charged for that incident. Carrie Ellsworth, Lynette's daughter, recently spoke on 13 on Your Side. She said her mother and Brian had been married since she was 4 and she had known Brian for 25 years. She said alcohol had been a problem for the couple and they argued when they drank. They had recently been drinking more after being sober for around a year and a half because of their problems. Sorry, we can watch this.
Brian was a quiet person, but she never had any indication that he was ever violent.
I can't comprehend it because of knowing him like I do.
No worries, Truth Warrior. It happens to me a lot. Oh yeah, I think so too.
You know, I don't understand.
Donna Hooker says she's heartbroken about the news she's been hearing about her stepson, Brian Hooker. He's being held in the Bahamas in connection to the disappearance of his wife, Lynette Hooker, after falling out of a dinghy last weekend. She says the last time she saw her stepson, who was a teenager when she and his father, George, were married, was after George had a stroke in 2021.
Everything seemed to be really good. I mean, with Brian and George, and I asked Brian, "Where's Lynette?" And he said, "Well, we're not getting along. We're separated. And I don't know when we're going to get back together, if we get back together."
Donna says Brian and George became estranged in recent years before George passed away in October.
When he was here, it was so nice. George was just elated that Brian was here.
Exactly. They have to show the world how great they are so that people don't believe you when you tell them this person's not the person you think they are. It's that facade.
It was upsetting for me because then I had to see George with this stroke, and he's had 2 others since then. And I've had no communication.
She says despite legal issues involving both Brian and Lynette, she never saw a violent side of her stepson.
Basically, I don't think Lynette and Brian should have been together. It just seemed like it got bad.
Ultimately, Donna still has more questions than answers about what happened on that boat and hopes the truth comes out.
Lynette should never be in that water, and I feel for her daughter, and I can't even imagine it. Can't even imagine it. If he did what they think he did by pushing her out of the boat, he needs to tell the truth.
Hooker remains in custody in the Bahamas, and police have until 7:20 Monday night to make any charging decisions. Jordan?
Yeah, so that's, oh yeah, I think so too. I think they probably got in a fight. And he knocked her over and left her out there. It's just, so now we've got yet another Michigan woman missing. And I know it's all over the United States, every state, everything. But I'm going to be trying to keep an eye on this too, just to see what happens with it. There's still, Starla Goings is still missing out of Munising, Michigan, up in the UP. This was last weekend. Let me see if it says on this. Saturday, April 4th. So, night before Easter Eve. And they were on a trip. Now, there's something else that I saw that I want to try and check out because I saw it on Twitter. And I'll check it out and find out if it's real. I'll show you guys. It was something about her having only a one-way ticket to the Bahamas. Now, did she do that because she was planning to stay there because things were bad? Did he do that because he knew she wasn't coming back? So, I don't know. I'm going to look into that too and find out, see what's going on with that. Yeah, I thought that was interesting though, that this Letecia Stauch case, that there were ransom notes in that asked for Bitcoin, and that, like I said, had identifying things. No, her kids are all like the daughter's 25, and so they're, empty nesters, and I think it just has to do with that. Not getting along. I mean, they obviously have a history of this, and now there's not even kids there, so she's the only one to take it out on. And this is exactly what we were talking about. We've talked about it. We've talked about it here. We've talked about it on Molly's, is that when you are a victim like that, there's only one end result. And for some, it happens sooner than others. But you're going to lose your life. Because that's what it always comes down to. Someone's going to lose their life. Whether it be the abuser or the abused or both. And oh my gosh, I really do hope that what I read on Twitter is true. I hope that they are building a case in Washington, because I really truly believe that Magnolia needs some justice. And I think that they're making a mockery of this case, and that there's nothing. How do we believe anything anymore? I mean, I wish I could find that other video. I thought he had it up, but let me see real quick if I can find it even on anyone else's. Maybe it wasn't him. TMZ, no new ransom notes. That's what I hate about Twitter. I wonder if I put it on my page. I've been trying to share stuff. So I don't lose them, because you lose stuff on Twitter. Oh. I was on the wrong page. So. Did you guys... Let me turn this off. I'm gonna play this. No, it was a nope, it was a video. I was looking on the wrong page. Listen to this.
730, call number 265, suspicious activity at 923. 1017, seeing live streaming for YouTuber JLR investigates driving around near his home, feels threatened because he's Nancy Guthrie's son-in-law. She's at 1700. 730, call number 26.
Have y'all heard that yet? Well, and that's it. It's really, really hard because of the two states. And it's, but I'm going to show you that next. Well, not next. I have one more thing to show. So this is Ricky Vasquez, excuse me. I found a lot of stuff on his page that's been. So this is why that call was made.
Holy smokes. Incoming. Tommaso going down Nancy's driveway. I was pulling out the church. Holy smokes. Incoming. Tommaso going down Nancy's driveway. I was pulling out the church.
I mean, are you kidding me? That's why that call was made. I don't care if you do suspect that he did something. What the F are you doing? Chasing either somebody that you think is a suspect or somebody that you think is a victim. And I keep seeing people going, oh, well, it wasn't JLR's fault. JLR was sitting in the church at the corner and he saw him pull out. So what? So what? You don't get to follow him. That was from April 6th. So it was last week. It was Monday. Yeah, Monday. It's the day after Easter. But this was what I was talking about. And this is, I see, I retweeted this. I didn't do the original post, but it was someone talking about that there is no case in Washington. And, yeah, see, I hadn't heard it either. And I just happened to catch it. I was going through because I was looking for something else. And I was like, oh, I'm still learning I'm still learning Twitter. But it says, this is false. I am from Wenatchee in Chelan County. I looked into this because I was curious. They 100% have an arrest warrant ready to go when he is in state. Also said with all the calls they have received, they were looking into making it extraditable. Just FYI. Now, I don't know who this person is. There's Jules. See, so here. This just happened in December. This is well-coordinated hit on JLR. 100 days later, and no charges have been filed out of Washington State. He paid his debt to society and is no longer the man he was. Oh, yes, he is, honey. Oh, yes, he is, in my opinion. He served over 10 years in federal prisons. These people feel like they deserve another chance, but jail does not. Well, these other people didn't pretend to be mass shooters, and they didn't pretend to be the attacker of a congresswoman. Oh, by the way, in Tucson, yeah, I know. It's like, yeah, I am like, literally, Kim, I don't trust anything or anyone anymore. I am just like, I kept telling Marissa today, I'm like, I feel like I'm in a friggin' movie. I'm in a really bad movie. We're in a Netflix miniseries. That's what it feels like we're in. I just watched that Article 81. I feel like I'm in that movie right now. And yeah. The Blair Witch Project. I mean, I don't know, like lost footage. Like wow. It is. And since sadly, publicly, there is nothing going on with Nancy Guthrie. Nothing. And there's nothing we can do about it. We should. We could totally do it. I bet you Netflix would buy it. Maybe that's what he's hoping for. He's going to make this all so wild that he gets a Lifetime movie or something, you know? Well, and that's it. You can't keep up because nobody's even talking about it really anymore. Nobody that has any, like, information. You got people turning the side of the road in front of her house into a giant rave party. You got somebody who's known to put false information out in cases, admittedly himself, to make up fake news channels and pages and insert, you know. Well, that's it. It is. And that's why I'm looking at like these other cases, because like I can't have a steady diet of this because it's just so unreal. And cool. That Benadryl is kicking in, so I'm feeling a little bit better. My nose is starting to clear up. Of course we did, right up front. Right up front. But yeah, that was the comment that so hopefully we just said we had found this Marissa had found this comment, and then I went on X to check it out, and it talks about this Ratchet Crockett. This Mommy to Kitty says that there's nothing going on in Washington, and this person says this is false. I'm from Wenatchee in Chelan County. I looked into this because I was curious. They 100% have an arrest warrant ready to go when he's in state. They also said with all the calls they received, they were looking into making it extraditable, just FYI. And I know what is their name? It was original. Oh, that's the other thing. I found a quote. Now I can't find it again, but from that, it was that. Was he running? He's running for some office, but did you? Oh, I can't wait to watch it. Oh, I can't wait to watch it. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you, Canvas and Crimes. I don't know why my thing is not showing. It was doing it the other night. And then it finally showed me who the 5 memberships were from. But you're such a sweetie pie. So because my StreamYard is being a stinker and not showing, please, if you got one of the memberships from Canvas and Crime, give her a thank you. What's going off? My phone's going off. I have no idea. I'm wondering about driver should be home already, and he's not. So I'm a little worried about him. Hopefully he didn't get caught in any traffic or accident or anything like that. But no. So come to find out, yeah, I don't know what it's. I had to go into my studio last week. She bought 5, and it was like, what was it? I think it was like Saturday night. I went into studio and it finally like had clicked in and showed the 5 people that got them. So oh no. No, not stuck in vertical. That happens to me sometimes too. But yeah, no, this fundraiser now, feeding the homeless. So I read a post from what is his name? He's running for I think like some kind of county seat. But he said that his young boys, his teenage boys, set that whole fundraiser, Feed the Homeless, up, and that they use their own money to do it. So he wasn't actually doing this or a part of this. He was just there filming it. And I mean, my gosh. Yeah, here, and this Picasso Chad is the one that he is claiming is the one that threatened him on national TV. Still, you can't make this up, national TV. Who do you think you are? And it was not him. The guy that was hit that actually did it was on White Boy Radio. Is it White Boy Radio? I know I keep messing his name up. I'm still learning. Oh, here, White Boy Lockdown Radio, right there. He was actually on his panel. This Gutierrez for Congress, and this is what White Boy did on April 7th. Your event was very gracious and a good deed. Thank you. I left you a boatload of information on your Facebook Messenger. I hope you win in your election, but this guy has pictures of Hillary Clinton and claimed Trump took his virginity. Then there's this part. Okay, brace yourselves, everyone. Oh, yeah, no. Nope. I'm not playing that one. Nope. So, here this guy is. Now, let me see if this is where... Let me see if I can find where he said it. Yeah, the lovely picture. No, I didn't. This is that guy that was actually, his sons were running that Feeding the Homeless event at the pizza place. Again, they used their own money. It's not on this thread, but there was another thread where it might be right on his page where he talked about that it was his boys that actually funded that, and that he was so proud of them for using, their own money, their own time on a Saturday or whatever to do this for people. And yeah, but that's what he does. That's what I'm realizing. That's what he does. He goes to places where other people are doing stuff and he films it. And then he tells them what to do and films it. And if news isn't going the way he wants, he has admitted to creating fluff so that there is something to. Exactly, Canvas and Crime. Exactly. And that's the thing, is that, there are people that don't believe Magnolia. Okay, fine. You don't have to. The only people that matter, if they believe her, is law enforcement and the courts, right? That's it. It doesn't matter if me sitting here in Michigan believes her. It does nothing. It doesn't do anything if someone sitting in New York doesn't believe her. See, me too. Me too. At first I'm like, oh man, here we go. But then I started watching and I thought, all right, and I said it a million times, I give everybody second chances. He said he's turning over a new leaf. But again, I didn't dig on him. I didn't look into all of this other stuff. And when I found that day, that morning, that this all came out, I woke up and read it and was like, oh, come on. Especially because I found out who it came from, who was spreading it around at the point that I saw it. And I'm not talking about nerdy. I'm talking about somebody on YouTube that was also going through some very unwanted attention. And I thought, oh, this is perfect timing to take the spotlight off of us and go put it in someone else's. And I have no idea how any of that works. And somebody sent me one the other day, a couple people sent me one the other day, and it did not show up. Like when Marissa gets hers, they'll like float up, like a thing will float up, and it's not even showing me on here. It showed me the gift memberships in the chat, but on my phone, like how it'll like super chats or that stuff, like they'll have that little green bubble or whatever color it is that shows up. Like it doesn't show up, and I think it has something to do with me going through StreamYard. So I'm wondering if I'm gonna have to have like another window open or like my tablet open that has my account open in like just YouTube mode. Oh, I have to do that all the time. Thank God for kids that know technology, right? Like, help me, I can't. Yeah. I'm still trying to figure out all the settings and all the things, and because every time that you hit a goal on YouTube, when you're a creator, they give you like different like rewards and stuff like that you can offer, whatever. So there's a way that I can actually attach my website to this. But see, my StreamYard has both the lives pulled up right in front of me, but I can't see any of the cool stuff. So I've got the vertical and the horizontal, but it doesn't show me, and I don't have the same options that I do on like I can't time anyone out. I can only block people. And I can't copy and paste the at addresses like I can in regular YouTube. And that's what I'm wondering if that's what I'm going to have to do. If I'm going to have to do just a regular live off YouTube only so that I can get like Nadia and breaking news into save as the mods. Yeah, see, I can't through StreamYard. If I'm on StreamYard streaming, yeah, I'm gonna teach you all. That's the thing. I will teach you all how to use this stuff once I figure it out. Because oh my gosh, I just figured out how to move my stuff around on screen, so that's cool because I can change, the size of stuff and somehow when that's another thing, I earned YouTube creator music, so I'm gonna figure that out so that I can have some better music on here instead of this. Oh, it's like a relaxation tape, and that'll make you sleepy too. It is tough getting old. I can't see anything. My ears itch. And apparently, that's a menopause thing. I did not know that. So, itchy ears. So, if your ears itch, it might mean you're starting. All right. Thank you. Because, yeah, my timeout thing is broken. I'm going to be like the Wizard of Oz with like 15 screens in front of me so that I can like hit all my buttons and all that stuff. Actually, where was I? I was looking at something online, and I think it's when we were looking for TVs, and I saw they actually do have one of those it's like a triple monitor thing, and it's like a half circle, so you can set it on your desk. I thought that's a little bit too much for me, but that would come in handy in these kind of situations. I'm sorry. I fell asleep in the armchair the other day with the little guy because he puts me to sleep. He's like does it on purpose. It's like little kid voodoo. But I fell asleep, and when I did, I woke up and I had bit my tongue. And I used to do that when I had my computer in the living room. I had it hooked to my big TV. Oh, me too, Kim. Me too. I'm 49, and phew. Oh my gosh. I used to years ago when I was a young filly, I was a gamer girl, and we had my ex-husband and I we were admins in quite a large like gaming group, and the game that we played was a war game, and so we had different accounts for different targets, things like that. And at one time, like I said, this is before kids, before anything, this is when we were like in our early 20s, we each had gotten like these like cheap monitors and put like 3 monitors up so that we could like play our game. And is so funny, on like Saturday nights we'd get all of our monitors out, we'd go to war with everybody. That's a good idea, Truth. I love it, Canvas. I love it. Well, I'm 48. I'm not 49 yet. I've got a couple months to 49. But I thought I actually owe myself a year, because last year I thought I was 48 all year until my birthday, and my mom told me I had only been 47. And so I was like, why didn't you tell me? Like, I literally lost a year. It's like, oh my God. That's all. I mean, how dumb. You don't age yourself. Don't add anything you don't need to. Good grief. Oh, man. You are the baby. Oh. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I lost track of time, and I was just sitting there one day and I Googled it, and it was like, you're 47 years old. And I was like, what? Wait a minute. And so then I got kind of happy because I thought, here I am I'm a year younger, but unfortunately, like I said, it was only like a couple weeks before my birthday. So it's starting to go down in today. It started going down into like my throat area. So I was taking Mucinex and I stopped, and I'm going to take some tonight before I go to bed too. I know. I just missed you guys, and I was bored, and I needed grown-ups. I know. I needed grown-ups. I was dying. Like, I have literally, my little guy was on a Curious George kick today. And I don't know what his deal was. I told the truth. I was so late because he was just, we all have bad days, right? He was having a stinky day. He refused to clean up his toys. He refused to get in the bathtub. He refused to go to bed. He was just a little stinker pot. Oh, I do. I've got it's a Winnie the Pooh one. It's one of those Cool Mist ones. That's a good idea. Because I think that's part of it too, is it's gotten cold and our furnace is kicking on again. So everything's drying out. And oh, don't be bummed. Take every discount you can get. That was one of the things my mom said. She was so excited when she turned 55 because she's like, I can get discounts at restaurants. I can get discounts at like the cell phone place. She could take every discount you can. Maybe something's in the air, Truth, because shoo. Now, my oldest, I do have that. I've also got my I need to that's something I should do before I go to bed too. Either that or tomorrow morning. One of my soaks that I have, I can't believe I forgot about that. One of my foot soaks I have it's peppermint, eucalyptus, and sage. And it's really, really good for clearing out stuff, and especially in your feet. It absorbs in there. It makes your feet feel really soft. 55 in September. Yep, I am a Labor Day baby. So I'll be 49 in September. So I got one more year. Oh, and I got some good this is how old I am. I'm excited over the Vicks that I have. I have lavender Vicks. So it's also supposed to be calming. So hopefully that'll calm me and put me to sleep when driver's over there sawing logs. No, I am a Virgo. I am September 5th. I'm right at the end. My youngest is a Libra. He's October 5th. So he's right on the end. It's funny, we're both, or October 8th, I'm sorry. And then Drivers is October 29th. He's a Scorpio. So we're all kind of riding the line. Oh, I love that. I do. I love that. I've got the bath, that the bubble bath for my little guy. Awesome. It's a good time of year. But yeah, I love lavender. Oh, and I've got some natural one of the ladies at the market that I sell at in the summer, she gotta find that. It's in a bag. She gave me a bunch of dried mint, peppermint. Oh, Valentine's Day, baby. That's cool. Oh, definitely. My little guy give you a rub for your money. Oh, I hate doing my heels. But I've got the scrub that I make. It takes all that gooky off. I still have to use the grater a little bit, like when I'm starting like summer. Not the grater. I don't like it leaves me too rough, but I've got like a what are those like sanders. But the scrub that I make, it's got chia seeds in it. I use the smooth salt and peppermint and eucalyptus in it and coconut oil, and it just it takes all that yucky stuff off. Hi, Austin. In fact, Marissa used it after she had her foot surgery, and she said it took all the yuckies off of her toenails. She had those ingrown toenails removed. That she soaked it, and I just have to figure out the new scents that I want to do for this summer. I know I want to do Love Spell again because that one like sold off the shelves. Oh, I will definitely send you some. Yeah. Love Spell like flew off the shelf. I couldn't keep that one in. In fact, I've got to order the oil again because I can't find it. I can't find it anywhere. So I'm gonna have to order it online. But yeah, I had girls like from the salons like telling their clients to go to the market and get this oil because they loved it so much. And I had a bunch of girls that were, professional nail techs that would come and buy it because they just it's not super greasy, but it's got so many like antioxidant properties in it and moisturizing properties in it. Like you put it on and your cuticles are like awesome and it soaks right in. Oh, I love it. I do too. That's what I do for the summer. I've always got Love Spell in the summer. In the winter, I do cinnamon. Christmas time, it's cinnamon and pine. And then for the summer, it's Love Spell all the way. Oh, and everybody in the house likes that one. Yep, that's my favorite. And it really smells good with the soak and the they don't have the what I need the actual stuff that's the essential oils. And I have to get, because I make so much of it, I have to be able to order like the big bottles. Oh, I love cinnamon. I'm very picky about my cinnamon though. Like I don't like the aerosol sprays of cinnamon and stuff like that. Like I don't know. I'm horrible about it. I'm horrible. The other one I want to try and find too, which again, I can't find it, is it was this really nice, it was a white sage scent. And it smelled so good. It was just really fresh and clean. And it would have been really, really good for men because, and the scent doesn't stick around like really strong, but while you're using it, and it was just a really nice, clean, like fresh man shaved out of the shower smell. You just want to go up and like put your nostril prints right in their cheek. And but again, I've got a little bit left to where I can make probably like one batch of the oils, but I don't have enough to make like scrubs or the foot soaks. Pretty in Pink, that sounds familiar. Oh, I love those scents too. Like the other night I went to go take a shower and I bought the guy's what is it? It's Old Spice. It's the Kraken scent, I think it was. And I just ended up using that in the shower. And I was just sitting there just sniffing my arm all night because it just smelled so good. Well, even the perfumes that I pick out are kind of strong, kind of more, I would say, and they smell good on me, more cologne-y than more, Love Spell smells really good on me, but I gotta be really careful about sweet scents or like really flowery scents. But there was another one that, yeah, I do. I don't know if you could see which are you? You're on mobile, so you might not be able to see it. And I know I was supposed to do it the other day. I've got to add them on. But I'll give you, this is my website. And I think I've got to check it out because I applied to be able to offer like afterpay on there. And driver was looking at it the other day, and I thought that he said that it's finally popping up, but everything on there, it's a point of service system for you to pay. I don't get any of your financial information. All it gives me is your name and where with whatever name you use and your shipping address so that I can ship it to you. But I don't get your credit card information. I don't get your anything, just whatever information you give me. So yeah, see, that's it. Stuff that's real sweet. And my mom always wore really sweet perfume. And I've got some other cool things that I showed the other day that I'm going to be putting on there. But I've got some like these silicone pedicure booties that you can put on overnight. They're all like 5 and under stuff, just little stuff that for people to try, just little fun beauty stuff, little accessories to go along with your pedicures, your manicures, stuff like that. So that was what I was supposed to be doing too, but then I got sick. So I'm gonna I've got to get the camera out and do a couple more pictures, but I'll get those on the website too, and I will announce that when that's on there. And I'm still offering free shipping too. So but what I've got right now so far, I'm trying to build a line. I've got hand and foot scrub, I have a foot soak, and I have hand and foot cuticle oil. And you can also use this on like dry patches on your skin, stuff like that. Oh my gosh, I would love that, Truth Warrior, because I'm trying to figure out this website right now and it's driving me nuts. It's not set up the way that I want it. So I'm definitely going to talk to you about that. And what I want of it, not yet. That's what I'm working on too. I've got the scrub and I've got the scrub, the oil, and the soak finally perfected to where I really love this stuff. And next I want to work on like some like body butter and lotion to go along with it with the scents. And then I want to do some like wax melts and candles too to go with the scents, because like that's one of the things that like I loved about like Bath and Body Works used to have those like the bath kits that were like a candle, lotion, soap, like all of that stuff. So I would love to have like a whole line, because what I think, this is what I've been thinking. I'm trying to kind of rework my business a little bit, because I can do custom nail sets for people. And Tut Girl had given me this idea a while back, is having like samples of certain nail art and then custom doing nails for people. So I don't have this giant inventory of nails that, maybe are cute for online, but aren't something that someone in this area necessarily wants. I'll still have those available for sale, but just so I'm not chucking up this huge inventory and using up everything for something that somebody may say, you know what, I like that, but can we do that in pink? Can we do that in purple? Something like that. So, and I really want to work on like this stuff, like this manicure, pedicure stuff, because, whether you buy the nails from me or you don't, it's nice to be able to keep up your own feet and have stuff that's nice for you. And my prices aren't real expensive because I try to do what I can afford. Well, and I'm not Elizabeth Arden. This is not Sex Fifth Avenue or anything like that. So, but yeah, next will be like some lotions and like maybe a body butter. And then, I will work on like soap and maybe like some wax melts. Oh, thanks, Truth. Thank you. I just really like this. I'm just, it's stuff that I think I don't want too much. I don't want to overwhelm everybody. But I think this is stuff that can all go together and just have, and maybe that's something that I could offer too. I was thinking about that. Baskets, like, to send for Mother's Day, a pedicure basket, a manicure basket, a nail basket, maybe just a cute little basket with some, and lip scrubs. That's the other one. I got this awesome mixture for lip scrubs, and you just take a little, it's completely edible. So, but I'm not selling it as food though, but everything in it is harmless. And you just take a little bit out of the container, scrub your lips with it. I usually do it over the sink in case anything falls, and then take a paper towel, wipe it off, and your lips will feel brand new. It helps kind of plump them up and get all that dry, dead skin off. And I have one of my favorite flavor. There's two. I like all the flavors. So far I have done oh, thank you. McDonald's Coke, thank you. It better be. Yeah, it is. It's Coke. Yeah, we're good. Yeah. He got somebody else's order, but at least they had fountain Coke. They ordered a fountain Coke, so yay. And to be honest, I can't really tell. I'm stuffing up again, so but no, my flavors, I've got fruit punch. So the ones that and I'm out, so I need to make a new batch of those too. Fruit punch, watermelon, mint, and birthday cake. And oh my gosh. So first of all, the fruit punch one literally tastes like red fruit punch Kool-Aid. The watermelon one reminds me of like watermelon Jolly Ranchers. The mint one is like candy cane. And the birthday cake one, it tastes just like a really yummy, like vanilla birthday cake flavor. Like, oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good, Truth. You're gonna love them. Like, the thing is though, is everybody that buys them, they end up coming back and buying a second, because the first one they used and then they kept eating it, because it's almost like frosting, but it's really good. And those went fast too. So, and I got some new flavors, so that's something I'm going to be trying to figure out too, is some new like there's one I was thinking like a pineapple blueberry, something like that. I don't know yet. So good night, Kim. Thanks for popping in, doll. And if you didn't give that thumbs up button a scratch for me. I appreciate it. But so yeah, there's lots of new stuff on the horizons. Yeah, exactly. That's just it. I mean, but your insides will be happy because they've got, what is that? Oh, my pump is right. It's been raining again, and my pump in the water in the pump room keeps. I think that's what it is. Keeps running. So, because we had like, you saw my video the other day, we had like a big flood. Well, then everything went kind of back down, and now it's raining again. So, I'm saying, but no, there's so many neat things that I've been looking up and looking into about, that I can make, and everything, all of my ingredients are absolutely natural. They are all FDA approved. So there's nothing, I'm not buying anything from Pyongyang that's, mixing it together and putting it in a thing. I refuse to do that. Everything, which, I mean, food in America is scary enough, right? But everything is a food grade. so that if it does get in your mouth or it does get in your eye, you're not going to be having to call, poison control or anything like that. And so yeah, definitely I will be working on those. I just got my lip scrub containers in, actually. Oh, and lip balm too. I got the cutest little containers for lip balm. They're little hearts. And but I also want to get, I saw this really neat system for making actual like chapsticks out of it. So I want to look into that too, because if you can get something that's all, matching, we're girls, we like our matching stuff, our matching sets of everything, our matching scents, matching flavors, and like with Love Spell, I do the fruit punch because that's what it reminds me of. But yeah, so, well, my supposed short live ended up being 2 hours, so, and I am gonna go get some rest. I am, oh, my little guy, oh my gosh, he every night before he goes to bed, I got him this natural chapstick that's made out of avocado oil, and every night before he goes to bed, he grabs his chapstick, he takes the lid off, and he comes over and asks me for help, and I help him put it on, and he puts the lid on and puts it right back. So, oh, I missed you guys too. Like I said, thank goodness I'm the only one feeling like this in my house. At least I don't have any sick, knock on wood, any sick kiddos or anything to deal with. But oh yeah, I will. It's spring in Michigan. I'm like this every year. My voice sounds a lot better, and I don't sound like it, but I do feel a little bit better. But just gotta get, what's horrible though is I don't know if it's from like sleeping so much, because I've been just exhausted, but my neck and my shoulder are like so locked. Like I have been living in icy hot and ibuprofen and ugh. So, all right. Well, I am going to go and get some rest. Actually, I'm going to get a snack, and then I'm going to get some rest. Oh, honestly, I just need to be in a bubble in the spring. That's all. Just in a bubble. But, yeah, so I am going to, like I said, go through that arrest affidavit and find that spot about the ransom notes, because I want to read it for myself. And we'll find out what's going to happen. I mean, it sounds like possibly, I'd like to vet that comment on X, but possibly maybe somebody does know something about what's going on in Washington. But I just hope that, like I said, which I don't think it's going to, but I really wish some of this stuff would stop out in front of Nancy's. It just seems so disrespectful. So, night to all of you. Sweet dreams. Well, it's Saturday now here, so and yeah, I will. Driver's got to work tomorrow too, so I will probably be on live tomorrow as long as I'm feeling all right. Just depends. Now Molly Golightly went to go meet Roseanne. Is going to meet Roseanne Barr tomorrow though, so if she's live, I will be on her live living through her, because I love Roseanne, and then I'll be live after her. So. Yeah, he did. He made it back. So, he brought me he brought me a fountain Coke. So that made me happy. But we'll find out what happened. Probably sometimes they have trouble like with high-low drivers and different things like that. So if he got stuck, this happened a couple weeks ago. He got stuck for like 3 hours. Sitting in a dock, just sitting there waiting, and they're not getting paid while they're sitting there, so it just stinks. And then he almost ran out of drive time hours, and it was just a mess. So he definitely earns his money, that's for sure. I wouldn't do that job. No, thank you. I wouldn't be able to reach the pedals anyway, but still. So, all right, guys, I will talk to you later. So everyone have a great night. Sleep well and sweet dreams. Peace, love, and claws, y'all. Oh, and if you haven't, claw that thumbs up button for me and hit that subscribe button for me if you possibly could. I would greatly appreciate it. You guys are all awesome. You've been really helping me grow my channel lately, and you just really have no idea how much I appreciate it. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Because without you, I wouldn't be here. So, all right. Peace, love, and claws, y'all. Good night.